You join me here today in front of the Old Bailey, where the curious case, Henry versus Mr. Pumpernickel, is going ahead. We now go inside the court to see what is happening within the case.
Please all stand for the judge, Mr. Bumph. Yes, please be seated. I believe we are here for the case of Henry, who is accused of manslaughter against Mr. Pumpernickel. How does the defendant plead?
My defendant pleads not guilty, sir.
Very well, you may proceed with the next part of this.
The prosecution will now speak, sir.
Begin!
Mr. Pumpernickel was minding his own business at approximately 8 o'clock in the evening. He had just finished his local run. He was about to tuck into dinner when, out of nowhere, Henry appeared. The next thing to happen was that Henry sucked up Mr. Pumpernickel from his abode, and Mr. Pumpernickel was gone.
I'm sorry. Just bear with me a second here, prosecution. Mr. Pumpernickel, the deceased party,
Yes, sir.
was sucked up by Henry.
Yes, sir.
How?
Oh, well, I should explain, sir.
I'm sorry, what? Are you telling me that the defendant is a vacuum cleaner called Henry,
Yes.
and Mr. Pumpernickel is a school hamster? Sorry, was a school hamster.
Yes.
And this is the biggest case we have at the moment.
Yes.
Blimey, I really have gone down in the pecking order.
As you can see, you join us at the second part of the case. So far, Mr. Pumpernickel's family have been at the dock, explaining what happened and what made Mr. Pumpernickel squeak his last squeak. Since then, we have also heard from Mrs. Duffel, the cleaner, who was handling Henry at the time. We are now about to hear what the jury feel about this case. Please all stand. The judge has returned, as has the jury.
Right, okay. Has the jury come to a decision?
The jury has come to a decision.
Very good. Please give me your answers.
The jury finds Henry not guilty of the manslaughter of Mr. Pumpernickel. Oh, there you hear it. We've heard it live right there. Mr. Pumpernickel, it was not manslaughter. Henry is found innocent in this case. We now go over to the courtroom where Mr. Henry's spokesman is about to give a reply to what has just come forward.
My client would like to say the same thing he said every single other time, right? The job he does sucks. The job he does sucks. He has always had a clean bill of health the whole way through. He has never done anything wrong. He puts his nose to the bottom and keeps it going. May this be a good reason to do everything else. He lives by the rules. Die as a father, you die a son. Understand the rules. That is the way it works. My client has nothing more to say.
Will your client be returning back to work anytime soon?
My client plans to go to work anytime in the next couple of weeks.
Will he be doing elementary schools from now?
My client will not be doing elementary schools for a while. He will be doing prisons where there are no pets allowed.
Very good, very good.
We have no more comments to make at this time. Henry would like time with Henrietta, his wife, and now to be left alone. Thank you.
Well, there you hear it. The end of this case. And what a case it was. This is Excited Journalist 54317 signing out.